Welcome to Gabz TV. It's a lovely hot day in London, or Essex, where we're based at. And yeah, we're here. It's been an eventful day. Eventful day.
Definitely an eventful day, boy.
Cool. The Diddy things come out. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, ish, but yeah.
Yeah. Like obviously for me, I'm more kind of not necessarily I'm more kind of in a place where it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like what could put you in a place where you've pretty much like you're successful, you built all these businesses, you're known worldwide, and you will do that to somebody. And I know that maybe I'm looking from perspective of just a civilian, innit? I'm not a billionaire yet, you know what I mean? But I just don't understand what's going on in that world that somebody like Diddy will do something like that. And he did this years ago. This was 2016.
I mean, Jay-Z, any one of them, they're human, no? Well, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all of them, they're human, no? You know, however much money you've got or whatever fame you've got, you're still human. And often a leopard doesn't change his spots. And often what you hear with people that acquire money is that the money brings out the real person because it allows you to see the person for who they are. Often when you don't have the money, you're more humble. So let's say you want to go for a job interview, you know you need the money. You're not going to tell the manager or the person that's whatever that I think that you smell. You're like, oh no, yeah, I really want this job, and I'm really punctual, and yes, and no, I can do this. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Because the truth is, you want what you want. But let's say you're in a different kind of position where you don't need the job, but you don't mind having a job. You start talking more confidently, you start showing your own ass. Slyly, you could even insult the person in the meeting because you don't care if you get the job or not. Do you get what I'm saying? And that just shows your attitude generally, which is that you're only humble because you didn't have as much money. Now you got the money now you're telling people's moms to shut up. Do you know what I'm saying? And it goes back to that thing when I was talking about before, when we was talking about the cultural side of things. For some strange reason, if you have more money, the elder dobales to you, which is what I saw in Nigeria. But in this country, you think that happens here? You could be King Kong in this country. Your mum comes around the corner. What am I gonna? Is she gonna prostrate for me, or am I going down for her? We're taught a different kind of respect, and that is ingrained in you. So whether you have money or you don't have money, hey, have you gone mad? Like, humbleness is key. Where's this coming from? But we're not born of money. Do you get what I'm saying? Some families that are born of money, unfortunately, have different kind of morals and principles and views on life that we just can't really understand. Diddy, before the money, had his own issues. With the money, just because you have the money and you present as the love guy or whatever the hell you present yourself as, doesn't mean behind closed doors you ain't got your demons, bro. Now, as you know, even with those demons, in that world, unfortunately, we just never gonna understand it. Them guys can go and buy islands and then make their own rules. And before you know it, you're sending women to the island, putting them and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Now, to you and I, that's like, raw, that's mad. What are you doing? But when you have that kind of money, your imaginations that you maybe reduced when you didn't have the money, they're all coming out now. Now you're on some shit. Now you feel like you're untouchable. You actually decide to go and buy an island. It was like that Jeffrey Epstein, that guy that did that. You bought an island to create your own rules. Then you invited all these rich, wealthy people to come and join you. Now, you and I, from the perspective of a lower class kind of background, council estate background, we're never going to understand that. Our imaginations don't go that far. Our money don't stretch that long, bro. But for them, buying women is normal. And I'm not saying buying as in persuading them. No, legit buying them to abuse you. I'm never going to understand what you gain out of shitting on a female or putting her up for pleasure. I don't, even if I had all the money in the world, I don't think I'd understand that. What are you doing? But we're not in that world. They have a different world from us. So when we have opinions about, let's say, Cassie or whoever else, we have to recognize that we're not in that world. Of all the abuse that she was getting, why didn't you leave? What made you stay? I'm not saying that it's right and I'm not saying it's wrong, but what's going on here? Why did you, what's going on? We can't, their normal is not our normal. So whenever someone, Diddy or Jay-Z or any one of them, why did you think that they was going to come on camera, they was going to be honest? They're in a different world from us. They've got an image to protect. For all you know, they could be the biggest creeps in the world. But they can't let the world see that. It's going to mess up their branding, their marketing, their...
Do you think it's exclusive to Diddy? Or is it like something that's shared amongst all of them?
I think to a degree, all of them. I mean, Whitney Houston. R.I.P. Whitney. Gospel songs, the lungs didn't want to stop, but the strongest vocals in the world, in the history. She's a cokehead. We only hearing about this after?
Yeah, people are aware, but obviously people aren't coming out.
In that world, you would get it. But where we're coming from, what we're seeing is, what the fuck? Like, so what we're thinking is, not knowing behind closed doors, boy, you lot are some dysfunctional people, you know. Michael Jackson. So today we still don't know whether the stories are true, whether they're not, but people are coming out. Never, never, Neverland. Man created Neverland. Now, any other person would say Michael Jackson, I want to go and see Never, Neverland. These times, the rumor is that Never, Neverland is for your imaginations to go wild. And before you know it, you're laying in bed with Michael Jackson. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not, but let me not lie to you. In their world, that might be normal.
But you as an adult, you're not sleeping with anyone's kids.
I ain't sleeping with no one's kids. What the hell are you talking about? But where we come from, it's just different. So people like us, when we get our money, an issue for us might be that we may not be able to manage our feelings when all these women come our way. But that don't mean you're going to now create Never Neverland and go and start doing that stuff. You're getting too far. Or say, for example, you know how we dress. Now the money's coming, you're wearing a skirt. My God, will you really turn Hollywood on us now, right?
No, Diddy.
Even that stupid saying, I'm tired of hearing that crap. It's just stupid. No, Diddy. Pause. Piss off. Listen. But what I take from that is when I see a man wearing a skirt, straight away what I say, he's into fashion. I'm never gonna understand that world. When they go on the catwalk and they have these funny clothes, and you know what Kanye West wears? These space boots and shit. With all these weird, Saka's even wearing it, all them, they all be wearing it. And I'll be like, I hope they're paying you to wear this. Because this don't look cool. But I get it in that world, because I'm not from that world. I ain't never gonna understand it. In that world, it's what you call fashion. In my world, it's called fruity. You're a Fruit Loop. Like, what's going on there? Westbrook does it all the time. You see him when he does the walks, I'd be like, but we're not in that world, my guy. You know? But if you speak to a person that's into fashion, that's in our world, but into fashion, you know what they'll say? Amazing what he's wearing. Don't expect to understand people's worlds when you're not in it. I don't know what it's like to be a billionaire, so I don't know what kind of thoughts I'd have in my head when if and when I become a billionaire. I mean, one of my thoughts in my head is if I was super rich, I'd be on Alma Street with bare cars and it'd be just crazy. All the man them doing the mazza, buy the whole drinks out of Dennis' shop for no reason and just have a stupid block party. But maybe my imaginations might change. Maybe it might, I don't know. But what you find is that, fortunately for me, my life is not based on money. So that no matter how much money I get, my principles and morals have got to stand firm. You feel me? And I like to inspire that confidence in people around me, but I can't always say for others that that's going to be the case. Because when that money comes in, all the yanga that you was hiding, it just comes out. You never called a girl a bitch before. Suddenly now, you're a bitch, I'm the man, I'm the this, I'm the that. I see it all the time in clubs. New money. That money enter, I swear down, they're moving mad. Lots they're moving mad. I'll be sitting there watching. Thinking, you never used to talk like this. What you made? What you made? A good couple grand. Now you feel real. Suddenly you feel like you want to buy wax. You're talking so gangster, it's insane. I'll be like, rah. Can money make you feel like a gangster?
You know what? I saw something that Dr. Umar said, actually. I don't know if you're aware of him, Dr. Umar, the African brother.
AY likes that guy.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
He said something. He said that the rich man them, black men, worship money too much. They worship it more than God. I'll get the video up, actually. But like, I do find that is very prevalent in the sense of
prevalent. Look at you though. How many
Thank you.
podcasts you been watching, my guy?
very prevalent,
Prevalent.
very very prevalent in the black community.
Okay,
Where
Mr. Lit.
people will let the money, you know, be part of their personality. But I would say for myself that we did a lot of stuff. Well, for me and the people I was around, we did a lot of stuff early. So I think we were over it. So I don't necessarily judge because I don't know if I had got it at a later stage, would I be like that?
There you go. That's the point there. When you come from not having it, and the whole thing of society, from education to work to everything, is to acquire that. My guy, by the time you get it, you know how hard it was to get it. Of course, it's gonna look like you worship it more than you worship God, and it's gonna affect your morals and your principles. You know what I'm saying? Because in actual fact, it just took you how long to get it. Imagine going 30 years paying the mortgage, you paid it off, for someone to turn around and tell you that the 30 years payment that you made is gone, and that in actual fact you got duped. You're still gonna be thinking God, whatever, or you're gonna be thinking I'm killing someone today. Do you get what I'm saying? Because of how hard you work for the money. So I get where it's coming from, but what we do when we don't have it, by the time we acquire it, we get to the mentality where we understand that the money is purely a necessity. And that comes around the time when we've got all the things that we want out of our system. Nice car, 4 bundas, chain, watch, yeah, I'm rolling with this guy. Once all of those things once they've come out of your system because you've done it for so long that it's just like, all right, cool. You realize that you're not actually interested in it as much as what you thought you was. In actual fact, you was only interested in it because the person beside you was interested in it. Because you don't even know what you're interested in. Once you find yourself, you then realize that money becomes a necessity. And we're acquiring this money to basically have peace. So you know when they say, I just need a woman to give me peace. Man, stop chatting shit. Your finances give you peace. Finances allow you to function. Finances allow you, in actual fact, to mentally be at ease. It even allows you to deal with difficult women. When you got money issues, your patience level for the kids is gone, patience level for your woman is gone, patience level for friends and family, it's all gone. Because you know how hard it is to acquire this money and you know the pressures that come with that money. So we lean on religion. We lean on our morals and our principles. We lean on family to remind us that it's not the end of the world. But as much as they remind us, it doesn't change the fact that come Monday, fuck, I gotta do this shit again.
I think it's knowledge as well, is what you know, innit?
Yeah, of course.
And I think, like, if you had a level of foresight, then 100% you would make better decisions in the sense of, like, if you told me to step out this weekend, I'll say no. You know what I mean? I've spent a load of peas last month, so I could continue the lifestyle and go on like it's okay. But right now I'm stacking. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like I've learned that because I've been broke and I've kept on spending and I've kept on spending and
So
I've
then
spent more. Do you see what I mean?
that's your
That's my
blessing.
lesson. So it's
That's
like
not your lesson. That's your blessing. Your blessing is that you made it so early. Your blessing is that you had it and spent it so early. It's for you to then understand the value of it. That's your blessing. That experience that you've been through is what's allowed you now to find purpose when you now acquire the new money. So you got all in out of your system. You got the nonsense out of the system. You now realize that no matter how many times I buy this shoe, there's going to be a new one. Can I truly keep up with this? And even if I could, do I want to, based on the fact that I'm not earning as much? Let me wake up. It's called maturing. You become a man. You find purpose in what you're doing. And when you find purpose and direction in what you're doing, I'm telling you now, the women are just going to chase you. Because you'd think they're chasing you because of a lifestyle. But what's more powerful than the lifestyle is a man that actually has a plan. And not the plan where, oh, let's get engaged and married. Let's buy a house. Oh my God. Grow up. There's a bigger plan. That plan allows that woman to believe that in actual fact, if I follow this plan with this guy, we're going to be set. You will forget all of those things. They'll creep up here and there, back here and there, but you won't be upset when he says no. Because you know there's a bigger plan. And you can see it. And you're with a man that in actual fact, step by step, tick, tick, tick. Even when I've told him you're not gonna do it, and he still manages to do it, she'll bend the knee like that. And that's the thing when I'm telling you about when you're bending the knee, you're not bending it by, you can go and beat a girl up or you can go and do all of those things, threaten her. That's up to you. She's only bending it because she's scared to get beaten up. But when she knows this man here, I'm better in his back pocket than anywhere else, she's bending the knee. Cooking breakfast is not a problem anymore. Making dinner is not an issue anymore. Blowing is not all of it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So your advice to men is like not do well because you get a lot of people saying that like when you get to a certain level, you need to lead with your wallet, or you would have people that essentially there's this environment where they're pushed to lead with their wallet. I don't advise it because I don't believe it's the best way.
What do you
I
mean
don't
by
think
lead with your wallet?
so. Meaning that obviously letting the girl know what you have, what you earn, what you do, just to impress her. Whereas I essentially believe you should develop the character and who you are and have a real plan. You know, and I think a lot of people's plans stop at them buying a house. But I think there's more aspects to life, fitness, what you do, how you impact the world, charity, what you put outside as a family and a whole. You know what I mean? So what way in which would you advise someone starting from, let's say, the age of 21 coming out of uni, they should what should they do building themselves up so they could be more attractive in the future to women?
Search deep down inside for all your insecurities. Search deep down inside for all your vulnerabilities. Tackle your insecurities and be at peace with your vulnerabilities. That's the only thing you need to do. If money is an insecurity, tackle it. And by tackling it, it doesn't mean you go and acquire all the money. Try to find in your heart why this money is an insecurity for you. What is the feeling with this money? What is it that's made you feel like you have to go and make this money? What is it that's making you feel like you're not confident because of this money? Because remember, once you tackle it by trying to acquire all the money, whilst you get all the money, that still might not be enough. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I take myself, for example, I never wanted to have more money than anyone else. I just wanted to have enough money so that I was okay. I think about when I was younger, I think about Red Rooster. I got £10 a week, I think, in school. Them times there was £5 for the week pass. £1 a day I got. Don't ask me how I managed to get Red Rooster. Rodney, same way. Don't ask me how Rodney's the only person I know that will get no drink, cheese, and 2 wings. Shout out to Rods, man. That's my guy. That's my bro. But when I think about that time, when I think about money when I was older, when I think about that time when I reflect, if I had enough money for Red Rooster, I was fine. I didn't think to myself, I need to have enough money for this. No, it was just for Red Rooster. So long as I could be in that room with Skrilla, everyone else, I know that I'm not watching them eat Red Rooster, was a blessing to me. So fast forward now, you then get into cars. And bearing in mind, again, Skrilla's a car man. I'm not a car man, but I'm rolling with the guy who likes something that he genuinely likes it. So naturally, I'm liking it too. But the truth is, in my heart of hearts, I don't really care about no car. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not really my thing. I'm feeling an insecurity because he's got a car and I want to have a car too because I want whatever attention he's getting from what he's got. So I'm doing things now to acquire the things that he has so that I can get whatever feeling he has. Now, I will have that feeling, let's say we're fast forwarding, moving away from Red Rooster, fast forwarding. I would have that feeling, but what would happen is I will buy the car and the car is 10-10. You know me, I was, yeah? And when it's time to go to the party, I'm loving it. It's bumping. Because I know what's waiting for me when I get to the party. Gabz, yeah. And that feeling, I'm telling you, that feeling is amazing. Knowing that everybody's on your night. It's like, yeah, you're lit, you're whatever else. I don't care say that Skrilla did it for those reasons, but that was my reasons. He actually enjoys cars. Only when I'm driving home and all the noise stops, I don't even hear the music anymore. I'm driving home and there's nothing playing because I'm not happy anymore. And I think about it and I'm driving and I'm thinking to myself, I done spent all my money on this car and I can't even pay for insurance. I'm beating insurance. I'm thinking to myself, if I scratch the curb of this car, if I scratch the rims of this car, I ain't gonna be able to pay for it. I'm gonna be fuming. It's hitting me as I'm getting closer and closer and closer to the block. I'm driving this 15, 20 grand car. Bear in mind, I'm like 19, 18. And I'm going to my mum's house in my room to sleep. All of these things I'm feeling. On the way there, I ain't feeling it because you're pumped. But when I'm going home, I don't feel like a man no more. I don't feel like the car that I'm driving. In actual fact, I feel like an idiot because I know how vulnerable I am. I don't spend all my money on the car to make sure I look good for you. Something happens to this car now, I'm telling you now, 4 days straight, you won't see me driving. Serious? Because I'll be figuring out how to get some money to fix the car. Then I had to, obviously when you look at that now, you start realizing, right, I command that attention without the car. And this is the part where I said before, don't allow these things to make you what you are. I wear the clothes. I make the clothes look good. The clothes don't make me look good. If I'm driving the car, I'm driving the car. I make the car look good. The car don't make me look good. I am the car. You get what I'm saying? I am the value. I had to figure out for myself what really makes me feel like I'm not a man. And literally, what it was that it wasn't me buying the car, because I don't mind actually buying a car. It was the fact that I'm driving the car back to a house that's not mine. And I could never really feel like a man, and that's an insecurity. And once I realized that, my battle was then what? Move out, get my own place. Because I don't want that feeling anymore. I don't want to walk out with chest like I do, be strong and bold, and know that I'm still getting breastfed. It don't suit my character. It's weak. And if I'm driving now in the car and someone cusses me about, oh, well, you live with your mum anyway, I'm snapping. Why? Because it's an insecurity. And it's true. And it hurts. But I'm masking it with the things of the world that's making me believe that I'm something that in my heart of hearts, I know I don't feel. Are you getting that?
Yeah, if somebody cussed you, they said you're living with your mum.
So only cuss me and say I'm living with my mum?
True.
Because one, that's an insecurity. Two, it's the truth. I recognized from 24 that all the things that happen in my life, I reflect a lot. I reflect too much, in fact. It's a bit disturbing. That it's come from insecurities. And if I'm not careful, them insecurities are gonna make me do something bad. I need to tackle this ASAP so that I don't feel that way. But I'm not tackling it to tell you, oh, I've got a house, what have you got? I'm tackling it so that I can get rid of this feeling. Because the feeling is the most important part to me. So when we're getting to the money side, we say Jay-Z. You message Jay-Z now, you say Jay-Z, oh, you're broke, you're a waste man. Check if Jay-Z will message you back. You're nothing to him. You're weak to him. Even the people of his caliber, he's not responding too tough. That's why I be laughing all the time when we be trying to draw him out. The only person that really comes at you maybe is 50. And 50 Cent is just doing it on that, like, he's just banting it. Like, that's just 50. It's not that he's got his insecurity. He wants to smoke in it. That's what he likes. He's a wind-up merchant. You know what I'm saying? What I had to realize for myself is I want to be okay. So me being okay would be me being in the room with all the big players, knowing that as you eat your meal, I can eat my meal. Me being okay is knowing that if you say we're going to, I don't know, France or whatever, and you're getting a private jet, say no more. I'll meet you there though. EasyJet's around the corner. I can pay and get there. I may not be able to get in the private jet like you because your money different or own it, but guess what? Whatever country you're going to, I can get there. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the money for me is a necessity and it's to make sure I'm okay. And when I'm okay, I laugh more. Things don't bother me as much. I don't stress as much. If any woman comes and makes noise, I just come and sit on daddy's lap and tell me what's wrong. Tell me. It's different. I have a different level of patience. I don't really say much. I just like, yeah. Because I know I'm okay. So going in my life, and I only gave you a bit of it. I don't want to give too much because obviously Unqualified Hero still needs to come out. Going in my back in my life, I had to figure out very carefully what this insecurity is with money. What's my issue with money? Because if I don't tackle this, it's going to be a problem. And I thought that I could tackle it by following people around me. But the truth is that they have their own insecurities and they ain't found theirs. And they hide behind different things themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not careful, I'll self-destruct if I don't tackle mine. Now, some of the friends want to be lions, in which case they want to eat the whole jungle. My spirit animal is a gorilla. I just care about me and mine. Gorillas ain't out here trying to fight the whole jungle. They don't want to take everybody on. They can have all their wives or their kids or whatever else, all their family, and they're head of their family. That's why I always put the gorilla on my thing, because that's my mentality. I don't care what the world is doing. You could be a billionaire. I'm cool. I have a plan and I know what's going on and I know how it's going to work and I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to live happily, comfortably, and still progress continuously. Maybe not at your rate because you're on Forbes, but I'm good either way. I'm just glad you and your brethren. Because again, another part to my life is that more than the money, my respect was more important to me. I wanted to be the guy. And that was always the issue that I had as well. Why do I want to be the guy? That's another insecurity I had to figure out. You know what I'm saying? So if, let's say, my nostrils, when I'm young, I'm telling you now, mate, it was an insecurity and a vulnerability. Jesus Christ. I used to try and massage it. You know, my mum shagged me. She's like, because my mum's nose is big. I love you, mum. But I tried to do, the oil, palm oil, and then the hot water to try and shape the thing. I wanted it to be smaller. Man, anybody talk about my nostrils, I'm dead. You know what I used to do? I used to try and get there first. You know them ones where everybody's joking and whatever else. Yeah. Have you seen my nostrils though? Knowing that someone's gonna highlight my nostrils, but I'll be saying it to get there first so that you can't get me on that
Some
one.
Eminem tactic.
So I'm trying
Let
to
me
make
cuss
it.
myself
Let
first,
me cuss myself first.
so you can't say anything.
So you
Go.
can't. But secretly, I'm just hoping that everybody brushes it off like, oh yeah, because it affects me.
Man, just there, puffing and puffing. Gorilla nose.
I'm telling you, oh, they punch you in the mouth by accident. I don't know. You know, and then I had to sit there, and I did this with a couple people. And I had to sit there to ask myself, what does it mean to be beautiful? I had to really think about this thing proper. What does it mean to be beautiful? I said, you ask 10 people, 7 people, or I'm going to say I'm 10-10. 7 out of 10 might say you're not. 3 might say you are. 4 might say you're ugly. 6 might say you're absolutely beautiful. You're amazing. You're sexy. Everything. If you're not careful, you base your beauty on people's perceptions of what beauty is. And you never look at yourself as beautiful. Because people's perceptions always change. And when you live for that perception, you then cut your tit off, pump your lip, pump your ass. You do all these things because you haven't actually looked at yourself to say, rah, I'm actually beautiful. I'm actually a good looking guy. Because the truth is, if 4 women say your nostril is too big, 6 might just say, you know what, it's absolutely perfect to me. You're so focused on the 4 that you're forgetting the 6 over there. Why did you pay attention to the 4 when you could have paid attention to the 6? This goes back to that thing we were saying, don't go for women that don't want you.
Yeah.
She don't want you. Why are you trying to, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Pimp Chronicles. Go for the women that love you.
You know? Go for women that can actually see your flaws as flawless. Because my flaws, in actual fact, is what makes me perfect. Perfectly imperfect. Which is, I'm very aggressive. I'm very assertive. I'm a very dominant character. I have a very dominant mentality. For the right woman, she will look at that and she'll say, rah, this guy is a lot, but you know what? The world is really, really, really cruel. And I need that kind of man to attack the world. I need a man that looks everybody in the eye and doesn't blink with no fear. Because I don't want to go out that stupid world and attack it. But what I don't want is I don't want that energy at home. But I know that's naturally in him. So what am I going to do to have him? I'm going to make sure I soften him up. Now, that's not me saying, oh, say whatever. It's me doing the things to make him know that when he comes home, it's all love over here, baby. But when it's time to go outside, kill him. Now, if you're with the wrong person, the person will now tell you that your flaws is, oh, yeah, whatever, in which case you need to change, and you need to whatever else. And it's like, it's not changing that you need to do. Because I even looked at this word of change. All you need to do is enhance on who you are, which is very simple. When you're in this position, be aggressive. When you're in this position, don't be aggressive. Because we need your aggression. It's emotional intelligence. To transform who you are completely to suit somebody, it's only going to kill you because leopards don't change the spots, no? This is ingrained in you. You didn't just wake up and become aggressive. You was not. It's unfortunate how you grew. It's how you grew up, and that toughness that comes in you, Gabz. In actual fact, it's a part of who you are. But to the right person, they will recognize that that toughness is needed to keep the pillars on that house. We're talking about a tough African man that makes no excuses. Now tell me, you ain't gonna love a man like that? Now, if I do the things in the right way, I can allow myself to make him allow me to have excuses, but only me, which makes me special. But if you're just looking at my negatives as just negative, you're taking away from, in actual fact, what makes me great. You think I got here by being a softie? Tell me, you know me, Los. You think I got here by being a softie? You think I got my self-respect by being a puss? Don't make no sense. So find who you are, man. Find out who you are, and look at your flaws. You're perfectly imperfect. Don't look at your flaws as a negative. Look at them as a positive, and figure out how you can use those positive flaws in a way which is going to best suit you to attack the world. But if your flaws align with insecurities too much, you need to go and tackle the insecurities. Because like we said, if you've threatened a woman before, whether it be she stole your money, whether it be digga-da, digga-dee, the truth of the matter is that you're wrong for threatening a woman. When a man, you don't threaten women. I can sit here and say I've threatened women before. I don't think I was a man then. I am now. And as a man, I don't argue with women. I find it kind of sickening that I argue with women. Why would I argue with women? Why would I argue with you? We're going to have two bitches arguing? When I see it all the time in people's households and whatever else, I always sit there and think to myself, what? What are you arguing with your woman for? Clearly, she's very emotional. By now, you should be at an equilibrium of your emotions and sense, right? And sense tells you if you get too emotional, you could get quite physical. So there's no point of getting physical because she ain't going to get physical. She's just going to keep on attacking you with words. And she's going to say hurtful words to bring a reaction out of you. You can't see that by now? What are you doing? All that tells me is that you've got too many insecurities. Because we can't have two bitches in the house. There's only going to be one bitch. Because if we're not careful, we have the battle of the bitches.
I mean, use other words than bitches, because you're going to just have me editing all these words out, mate.
Well, listen, I'm not calling women a bitch.
Yeah, just say women.
I'm not calling women a bitch. What I'm saying is, it's the bitching behavior. Because as far as...
Bro, stop saying bitch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I have to beep all of this shit out.
I don't know other word to call
Say
it.
women.
But I'm not saying them, though. I'm saying when you're catty.
Yeah.
Okay, battle of the kitties.
Yeah, that's it.
Who's going to be the dog and who's going to be the cat? Because like, what's what? I'm legit waiting for you to come home so that I can tell you off about something that you did, whatever. Why did that bother you so much? It's women now. They gonna do this now. You know? Oh, I can't wait to teach her a lesson. She gonna learn. She probably knows she was wrong anyway, but we exercise a different level of patience because man. You come to me when you're ready. You sit right here. And I won't tell you I told you so. I'll just simply explain to you what you need to do now to go forward. Because you didn't want to listen. To argue with you for what? But I was that guy. And imagine, with Mandem, I don't be arguing. With Mandem, but with women, because I can't control my emotions. Well, not even control, because I can't manage them, because no one can control them, because I can't manage my emotions. I'm foaming at the mouth, shouting at women on the phone. that I'm in a relationship with. What are you doing, bruh? Clearly, there was things that I needed to do before I got into a relationship that I didn't do. Otherwise, you shouldn't have never been with a woman. But nobody taught me that. I'm learning on the job. You see what I'm saying? To tackle your insecurities, to tackle your vulnerabilities, it's what's going to allow you to just be free with this thing, man. And everything just becomes smooth. You're at peace, bro. Me here, I'm at peace. You said, let's do this thing. We say Gabz TV. I said, all right, cool, let's do it. Ask me back then, could I have done it? Done what? You're a joker. I'm still trying to hide certain things that I feel ashamed about. I ain't hiding nothing from no one. I am what I am. I am who I am. Everything that I've been through, everything that I've done is a blessing. God put me in that position. Because everything that's happened, good and bad, but especially the bad, is what's helped me be the man now. To lead now. So, yeah.
On that note, I guess we'll leave it there because this conversation went a whole different direction, and I think we'll save it for another day. But yeah, let's tackle our insecurities, and I think that's
Please,
yeah, I think
please
that's
look
the
into
best
them.
thing. That's the
Look
best
into
thing for the
them
young
massively.
guys to really start tackling. The earlier you do it, the better, to be honest, because some of us have learned too late. And some of us have paid big prices because we haven't, you know what I mean? And when you do think about that bedroom that might have done 30 years, or man is doing this, or man is still stuck in their position, it's a lot of insecurities that have kept them behind.
This it's so true because you know what's so mad, yeah? Women know this because they're more emotionally developed than we are. Because they're trained to be emotional, to use their emotions as a weapon, and often in just generally to love and to care. We're not. We're doers. We're trained to just fix things and get things done, not cry and be a little kitty. So when a woman now attacks you with verbal and you react in a way that foam in the mouth, vex, she's beating you every single time. And that's because you're not actually seeing the fact that there's an emotional insecurity that you have here. You need to tackle that. Because if you think that a woman ain't gonna test you with words and say nasty things, then I don't know where you're going with this. If you borrowed money from her or you did whatever else and you know finance is an insecurity for you, and you break up and she goes and tells, well, I funded your life. I won't be surprised if you want to beat her up because that's something that you didn't want to tell everyone. Remember, you came out to the world moving like, oh yeah, I do my thing. These times it's funded by her. Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. Bobby's career is not going the way it needs to go. And this is based on what I watched, the documentary stuff before. Whitney Houston's career is going the way it needs to go, but you're trying to bring, like, you're actually battling her because you're actually slightly jealous. It's dangerous. And then it causes you to do things in a way that is so nasty, bro. I thank God I never had that problem. Because I don't want to be nasty. Man are smackers. I tell you to your face, you're the prick. I ain't nasty though. I ain't evil. Ain't my style. You see it? But them insecurities can make you real evil. Real devilish like. You see what I'm saying? Even if you don't want to be. Which goes back to that Dr. Umar. I'm not surprised. Money can make you do some bad things, especially when somebody's, preying at your insecurities. So by the time you get the money, you ain't thinking humble. You're thinking, right, every person that said whatever to me, let me shit on them. You're forgetting why you wanted the money in the first place. You just want the money now to prove to them that you got the money now so you could throw it in their face.
Wow, I do.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
On that note, then we're off in it. Make sure you leave a comments, man. We're loving all the comments on TikTok, mate, and loving all the comments on YouTube. Keep it going. We
You're
got this.
loving them. I'm getting insults left, right, center, no?
Let them insult you, bro. It's part of the business. So we're doing business. On that note, Gabz TV.
Come on.
Peace.